Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Game of Thrones. I'm your host Steve. If you've never watched before, it's a react show to the Game of Thrones, and well, if you haven't watched before, you've got a lot of catching up to do because we're nearly at the end now. So yeah, if you like Game of Thrones, please subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell, all that malarkey. And today we're watching The Dragon and the Wolf, which is episode 7 from season 7, which is the last episode of season 7. I thought there was 8, so I had a bit of a dickhead moment in the last episode. For some reason I thought there was 8, so now I've lost an episode. God damn it. Mind you, I did lose 2 whole seasons not that long ago. So yeah, so I've lost an episode. This is the last one, and I'm gutted already. Approaching the last season. Oh my god, can't cope. I was going to quickly say that when the horrible day comes that I finish Game of Thrones, I need to think about a new box set. And I wonder if you guys had any ideas. I watched the first season of Breaking Bad, didn't really think that much of it. I kind of like the fantasy stuff, so I don't really want reality stuff, I prefer fantasy stuff. I've seen all of Penny Dreadful, which if you haven't watched Penny Dreadful, you need to watch it, it is amazing. I've watched The Witcher, first 4 seasons of Vikings, so I've kind of watched a few things. Now I'm thinking, I've got a series in my mind. I don't know anything about it. I've just seen a picture and it looks like the sort of thing I'd like, and that's Westworld. If any of you have seen it, is it worth watching? Is it good? I don't want to know anything. Don't spoil anything. I just want to know, is it worth watching? Because it does look quite good from the pictures that I've seen. I don't really know anything about it, so that's one that I'm possibly toying with. Any other ideas? Just let me know. So yeah. So anyway, so last week we watched episode 6 from season 7, which was Beyond the Wall. Amazing episode. Apart from a few little annoying bits, it was an absolutely amazing episode. We had the whole kind of Arya and Sansa bitching thing, which really irritated me. Obviously she'd found the letter that Sansa had been forced to write way back in season 1, and she just winding her up, playing around with her. And I don't understand. Did they not talk? I mean, why couldn't... it winds me up that they don't seem to know anything about each other's past at all. They've not actually sat down and gone, this happened to me, or that happened to me. They might get along a little bit better then, I think. They might have a bit of sympathy for each other and just stop bitching about each other all the time. Littlefinger had his little kind of... I don't know what he's planning. He's always planning something, and he was kind of playing Sansa a little bit. And also Sansa sent Brienne, because they got an invite to King's Landing, and obviously there's no way there's no way that Sansa was going to that, so she sent Brienne, which is a bit odd because I thought Brienne was there to kind of look after the girls, but so I don't quite know. And even if Brienne went, I don't think that it works that way. I mean, obviously if you're going to make big decisions, it's got to be with the person that's the head of the house, so it's got to be Sansa at the minute. So I don't quite know how that's going to work. And all this has got an awful lot to fit in the space of one episode. So Winterfell was a little bit depressing at the minute. We also had some Dragonstone stuff. Again, tensions between Tyrion and Daenerys again. Tyrion kept asking about who was going to, if anything happened to her, who was going to replace her, which I don't know if it was the right time to ask it or not, but I can sort of understand why Daenerys got a little bit funny about it. Because I think she's a little bit suspicious of everyone at the moment, and I'm not 100% sure that she's convinced that Tyrion is totally on her side, because she did a few times now in different episodes. She's kept referring to the fact that, are you really supporting your family here, or so I think she's a little bit suspicious of him still, and asking a question like that probably didn't help. And then a massive chunk of the episode was Beyond the Wall. I kind of wished it had been the whole episode like they used to, because that was awesome when they did that. So we had the dream team go try and find this walker. How they knew where to go, I don't know. This is too many questions. And how big is sort of beyond the north of the wall? It's not small, is it? I mean, you're talking probably the size of Scotland, if not bigger. So I don't know how they found them, but anyway. We had they first of all they got attacked by a polar bear, a zombie bear, which was cool, really cool. It attacked the Hound to begin with, and then Thoros pushed him out of the way, saved him, and then the bear attacked him and completely ripped his chest apart. It was really gnarly. No one seemed to help. I mean, there was at least 8-9 people stood there. None of them seemed to really do much. Eventually, the bear was killed. Thoros came. He got. They branded his wound to try and help him, but he was a mess. They then carried on, and then they found what was kind of like a scout group, I suppose, that were part of the main army. There was about 8 or 9 of them, and you had a White Walker leading them. And they set an ambush and ambushed them, killed the White Walker. When they killed the White Walker, all the walkers died apart from one. We later found out that it's because I think it's if whatever walkers the White Walkers create, they die, I think, when the White Walker dies, something like that. So anyway, they captured this walker, and he let out this scream, which is like a warning scream. So obviously the rest of the main army could hear. So they managed to block his mouth, but it was too late. He'd already screamed. And then I think you could hear like rumbling in the distance. So I'm assuming that meant that the army were aware. So Jon sent Gendry back to the wall to send warning to Daenerys to get the dragons. And this is where it gets really kind of like the time jump thing. I've been dealing with it, but this episode was crazy. The time jump stuff was just, it wasn't just crazy, it was unbelievable as well. Because Gendry had to run all the way back to Castle Black, then they had to get a crow to send all the way down to Daenerys for her to then get ready to get the dragons to come and save them, which would have taken days. It would have taken days. But anyway, and also the group that Gendry's run back, and the group have gone the opposite direction towards the army. I don't quite know. Shame. That's my ringtone, by the way. How cool is that? So I don't quite know why they went the other way. I don't get it. I mean, surely they should have all gone together. I'm trying to think of a reason. Perhaps they knew the walkers knew where they were, and it was a way of trying to stall time. Perhaps, I don't know. It was a bit of a weird thing to do. So that was a bit strange. Then what's happened is they've gone across this lake, frozen lake, and onto this rock, and they've gone surrounded by the walkers, basically the whole army. But as the walkers tried to walk towards them, they'd fallen through the ice, so they backed off and just stayed and just watched. And like I said, they could have been there for days, because the time it took Gendry to get back and to do all the malarkey with the Raven and all that, it would have taken ages. But like I said, you've got to go with these time jumps, but that was a little bit unbelievable to me. And then the Hound did a stupid thing, threw a rock which bounced on the ice, which was the indicator for all the walkers that they could then walk on the ice. So it was a silly thing to do on Hound's part. And then just a crazy battle ensued. Thoros died. He died from, I guess, from cold or his wounds. And then you just had these crazy amounts of walkers trying to get to them. And just at the last minute, just when you think they can't possibly deal with any more, in comes Drogon and just tortures a lot of them. It was brilliant. All 3 dragons were there. And then we had, it wasn't. I don't think it was the Night King, but one of the White Walkers had this like lance or kind of like spear, and threw it, and it hit one of the dragons, and the dragon just seemed to like almost implode. It kind of like it was bleeding out everywhere, and just took a dive. So I don't know how that happened, or what, if there's some kind of magic or something to do with that ice. Perhaps it freezes him on the inside or something. I don't know. But he took a nosedive, went straight into the lake and died, which was horrible, absolutely horrible. And then they got another one of these spears and was about to throw it towards Drogon, but luckily Daenerys took off. Had to leave Jon, who had done again a stupid thing. Rather than just get on the dragon, no, he decided to carry on and fight some more. Then ended up getting thrown into the lake himself. Daenerys couldn't wait, so she had to go. She had to leave, and the spear just missed the dragon as it was taken off. So they flew off back to Castle Black, I guess. Or is it Eastgate? Is it wasn't, I don't think it was Castle Black, was it? I think I'm getting confused there. I'm not sure. Don't know. But anyway. And then suddenly Jon miraculously manages to crawl out of the lake and then stands up as all the walkers have walked away. He stands there, and then they all turn around and see him stood there, and then they all turn around and attack him again. And he should have been dead anyway. There's no way he could have survived that time in the water anyway. But then the bit that really wound me up happened. Benjen come back, yay! With his balls of fire. Rescued Jon, got Jon on the horse. Jon said, come with me. He then said, no, haven't got time. You have got time. You could have got on the horse. But anyway, never mind. He went back to try and take on the whole army and died pretty much straight away. So Jon made his way back to Castle Black. I think it's Castle Black anyway. And Daenerys, so they rescued him. They went. The next thing you see is on a ship going back down to Dragonstone again, and him and Daenerys had a definite moment. He even called her Dany, which was really sweet. And he basically said that she is now his queen, which I thought, beautiful, beautiful moment. He also apologised as well for the stupid idea that it was in the first place. It was a stupid idea, really stupid. And right at the very, very end, we saw all the walkers pulling the dragon out of the lake, the dead dragon, and then the Night King came up and touched it and brought it back to life, but as a snow dragon, a zombie dragon, which is awesome, but not so awesome because now that means they've got a hell of a big weapon on their side as well. So I was a bit gutted about that. I don't know what's going to happen there. I dread to think what's going to happen there, actually. And this is what I mean, the dragon and the wolf. I don't know this episode if it's going to be the battle with the Night King or if it's going to be them going to this meeting. I think it's going to be the Cersei thing. So we could see Cersei taken out, which would be nice, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Anyway, so let me get on with my loves and hates for the past 2 episodes only. So my loves, in third place is Sam. Didn't see very much of him. He was in episode 5. I feel really sorry for him, and that was his dream to be there, and he's just had to leave because they are a bunch of arseholes, really. They just weren't listening to him, and he needs the help. So I think he's definitely going to be in this episode. I don't know what he can. He's got all those scrolls and books, so I wonder if they can find something that will help them defeat the Night King. Hopefully they do. But I definitely am positive he'll be in this episode. But yeah, he's my number 3. Number 2 is Dany. I am a Dany fan, but she's not. She does still make mistakes, and she still winds me up. I think the little bickering with Tyrion really did my head in a little bit. But she came at the end there and rescued everyone. That was brilliant, and she looked amazing in that white outfit as well. So yeah, and obviously the thing with Jon in the ship as well, and the little thumb roll, which was really cute. So yeah, she's my number 2, and my number 1 this week is Jon. Bless him, he makes stupid mistakes a lot of the time, but it's always his best intentions. He doesn't do it, he's not nasty. He is the hero. He's the one that jumped back off the dragon again and took him on so everyone else could get on the dragon. He's that kind of guy. And also at the end, the whole Dany scene at the end was just so sweet. I love that to bits. So I'm hopeful now that he'll be all right for this episode. Like I said, I don't know which direction we're going in, but yeah, he's my number 1. And my hates, it's been quite difficult because certainly in the last episode there weren't that many people that really kind of would go on my hate list, but certainly from the episode before, number 3 is Jaime. He's just irritated me non-stop throughout this whole season, and certainly the tail end of season 6 as well. Really bugging me the way he's into Cersei so much. It irritates me, and he's just completely blind, isn't he? When she's around, I don't know. I mean, there are other people, but to be honest, I don't hate that many people. There aren't that really many bad guys at the minute. So yeah, because Jaime's kind of a desperate one, really. So yeah, he's in at number 3. At number 2. This is going to be controversial, is Arya. She's been a complete knob since she's back at Winterfell. She's not listening. She's just, I don't know. It's like Bran. She's a completely different person. Sansa's kind of more or less stayed the same. She's matured a bit, but she's been through a lot, but she's kind of still the same person. Arya's a completely different person, and she was threatening to kill her in the last episode. To take her face off and everything. She'd have held a knife. And I know she turned the knife round and everything, but she was just so threatening and such a knob. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, she's just really bugged me, to be honest, so she's my number 2. And number 1 is Cersei. Cersei, easy for you to say. Yeah, just mainly because of episode 5. The fact she was in it, that means she's automatically in my hate list. And she's pregnant now, which I'm very interested about, because like I called in the last episode, I don't think she's going to have this baby. Either she's going to die or the baby's going to die before it's born. And the way she was with Jaime, basically threatening him that if he ever betrays her again, it's like, oh my god, you just don't mess with Cersei. My dog's farted, by the way, and it absolutely stinks. Jeez, I can't work under these conditions. Anyway, yeah, that's my loves and hates for the last 2 episodes. I want to get on with this so desperately, and I'm gutted that it's the last episode, but I'm excited at the same time. So this is The Dragon and the Wolf. This is episode 7, season 7, Game of Thrones. See you in a minute.
There are no men like me.
Oh, Grey Worm's back. Oh my god, man. Go for it.
I still enjoy it when they call me my lord.
The thrill will fade.
If we live that long. Men without cocks. You wouldn't find me fighting in an army if I had no cock.
Oh my god. I love it. I love the Dothraki. Don't get too close.
I think we're about to be the downtrodden. How many people live here?
A million, give or take.
That's more people than the entire north, crammed into that.
Is that the Hound?
They're on their way to the Dragon Pit now.
Including our brother.
Yes, Your Grace.
If anything goes wrong, kill the silver-haired bitch first. Then our brother. Then the bastard who calls himself king. The rest of them you can kill in any order you see fit.
I just thought the Hound's going to be really close to him, isn't he?
It must have been the most dangerous place in the world.
Maybe it still is.
Oh crap.
I've been sent to escort you all to the meeting.
Where's Danny then? She's going to come in on a dragon? I hope so. Oh my god, Hound's going to meet Mountain, isn't he?
Pleasant surprise in an unpleasant situation.
I never thought I'd see you again, my lord.
Come on. You can suck his magic cock later.
Thought you were dead.
Not yet. You came pretty close.
I was only trying to protect her.
You and me both.
She's alive.
Where?
Winterfell?
Who's protecting her if you're here?
The only one that needs protecting is the one that gets in her way.
It won't be me.
Oh, they're kind of getting on. God, I hope it's not an ambush.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, those two are so good together. This better not be a trap.
Anyone touches it, I'll kill you first.
See, they could have people all round. I don't trust this one bit. No, I don't think anyone else does either. It's a silly idea.
Let's you and me go have a drink while the fancy folks talk, eh?
Don't like this. Oh god. Oh my god. Can't believe all these people are in the same area. It's brilliant. God, he's as big as him, nearly.
Remember me. What they do to you doesn't matter. That's not how it ends for you, brother. You know who's coming for you. You've always known.
Where is she?
She'll be here soon.
This is too tense. Still thinks it's a bloody trap. Oh, I don't like this.
We've been here for some time. My apologies.
We are all facing a unique...
Theon!
I have your sister. If you don't submit to me here now,
I'll kill her.
What a dick.
Do you remember when we discussed dwarf jokes?
His wasn't even good.
He explained it at the end, never explained it, always ruins it.
We don't even let your kind live in the Iron Islands, you know.
Perhaps you ought to sit down.
Why?
Sit down or leave.
Told ya. He's a dick.
We are entirely capable of waging war against each other without meeting face to face.
So instead we should settle our differences and live together in harmony for the rest of our days.
We all know that will never happen.
Then why are we here?
This isn't about living in harmony. The same thing is coming for all of us. A general you can't negotiate with. An army that doesn't leave corpses behind on the battlefield. Lord Tyrion tells me 1 million people live in this city. They're about to become 1 million more soldiers in the army of the dead.
I imagine for most of them it would be an improvement. I don't think it's serious at all. I think it's another bad joke.
Your capital will be safe until the northern threat is dealt with.
We have something to show you.
I hope it's in there now. Why do I think it's in there? Not in there, is it? Well, it's dead. Whoa. Ah! I'll trust him to have a bit of a look at it.
We can destroy them by burning them. And we can destroy them with dragon glass. Then that is the fate of every person in the world.
Ooh.
There is only one war that matters. The Great War. And it is here.
I didn't believe it until I saw them. I saw them all.
How many?
100,000 at least.
Can they swim?
No.
Good. I'm taking the Iron Fleet back to the Iron Islands.
What are you talking about?
I've been around the world. I've seen everything, things you couldn't imagine, and this is the only thing I've ever seen that terrifies me. I'm going back to my island. You should go back to yours.
Oh dear, Cersei just lost her fleet.
Right to be afraid if those things come for us. There'll be no kingdoms to rule. The crown accepts your truce. Until the dead are defeated, they are the true enemy.
Don't trust her.
In return, the king in the north will extend this truce. He will not take up arms against the Lannisters. He will not choose sides. I know Ned Stark's son will be true to his word.
I cannot serve two queens. And I've already pledged myself to Queen Daenerys of House Targaryen.
Oh.
Then there is nothing left to discuss.
We both saw what just happened. We both saw that thing.
Yes, and I'm not looking forward to seeing more of them.
This goes beyond houses and honor and oaths. Talk to the Queen.
And tell her what?
He's such a lapdog, isn't he? Oh dear. I'll get out of there now as well, because I don't like where they are.
I'm grateful for your loyalty. But my dragon died so that we could be here. Then he died for nothing.
I know.
But have you ever considered learning how to lie every now and then? Just a bit.
But when enough people make false promises, words stop meaning anything.
That is indeed a problem. The more immediate problem is that we're fucked.
Any ideas as to how we might change that state of affairs?
Everyone stays here, and I go and talk to my sister.
No!
I go see my sister alone.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing better happened to Tyrion, I mean it.